no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's real rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to come faring down the Camelot. I used to whip up in my granny's pot. She asked my friends, was I? They said, nope, he not. The mind to a praying woman. The truth's a heavy burden and it's weighing on me. Red doggies caught me slipping with the wailing on me. I went to calling out for Jesus like a reverend on me. Chalked it up to sin, took it on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take a sin. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Packers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A handoff as they run the counter play. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. They're going to look to throw.
Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your...
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. They'll look to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. He'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
He'll look to throw. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down.
And That's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And to give this time to the tailback. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. We're scoreless after one. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Looking to throw. Steps away to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On play action, they'll throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal, a loss of 6. And now it's third down. Back to throw here. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. And Lutz puts this one through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Boswell's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. But a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's a 2nd and 7. Flush to his right. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw again. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
They'll throw now on the final play. Rolling to his right.
There's Williams. What a catch.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know, I think
he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 77 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. What's good on the extra point? And that will tie our game here in the third. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
44 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to have the Packers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 43-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 17. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. A strong running. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. And to give this time to the tailback. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity?
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for him.
And this is where they have to be careful, because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
He'll look to throw. Got some room at the 30. They find some open field here. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Back to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Chicago, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.